Have
Ready.
fun.
Broadcast well, Jackson. Good luck, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Do you need me to say?
For one. Five. Red. Green flag. One to go. Talking about back in the time. Nathan! Yo, mad drift skills of Cooper Nash. What? Nathan, I'm gonna hunt you down. Have fun. What did you say, Samuel?
I think we should kick that Nathan Lyons driver. He's causing me some emotional damage.
Shut up.
Howdy, 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 y'all. Care of something real quick. And we'll be right there and we'll get into it. Alrighty, alrighty. How is everybody on this fine evening? Alright. Cool, cool, cool. I'm just setting some stuff up for y'all. Okie dokie, we should be all good now. Ladies and gentlemen, how are y'all doing? I hope that you are all wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here. It's the NASTDS class. I'm here doing this for one of my buddies tonight, so yeah, I'll probably be broadcasting again tomorrow. I'd like to thank anyone that's come to join the stream. I greatly appreciate this. What's up, NG Cup Series? What's up, a Random Goose? NASCAR Diecast reviewing. I cannot confirm if there will be another one. If there is, I fully intend for it to be Ross Chastain's Hail Melon, but unnecessarily dramatic. But for now, I'm an iRacing broadcaster. I'm currently a retired memer, so that's what I have to say on that. Here we're watching Mr. Wilkerson and Mr. Lyles. Oh, they're crashing! And Wilkerson's up and over. Big crash for Jacob A. Wilkerson. As Demos has crashed, and that's Corey Lyles as well. We have more in the wall. Cooper Nash. Will Shack is in it. Colin Kane. Ash Nettle is on his roof. And here's Colin Kane. And that'll bring it in, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to qualifying now. We got a very, very, very incredible field. I'm going to currently message one of my teammates and figure stuff out for y'all so we can maybe interview some of the drivers. Okie dokie. Now that I'm back with this, yeah, I'm sorry, NG Cup Series. F24 is the GOAT. Random Goose. Sorry. Thank you so much for saying that. I greatly appreciate that. We're here at qualifying right now, so I won't be participating in tonight. I might tomorrow night. What do you guys think? Would you want to see the F24 return to the racetrack tomorrow? I'll let y'all decide that in the comments. So we got I believe, 5-minute qualifying right now. So we're gonna be watching these guys. Solid field tonight of what looks to be 17 cars. While I'm in the field, I'm not participating. So, all right, a random goose would like me to race tomorrow, so we will. That is a possibility. I might have to make a Cup Series paint job for you guys. All right, we're starting to see some of the drivers. Matthew Gorski, I hope I said your name right. I'm not participating in tonight's race, but I appreciate you wishing me good luck. Let me figure some more stuff out because this is being problematic. So I'm giving a text to one of my friends right now. We're trying to figure something out so we can hopefully get some pre-race interviews with you guys. We got 7 viewers now, so thank you guys all for tuning in to the NASTDS Clash. Your current results as they stand are Jacob A. Wilkerson now takes pole position with a 49.906. Corey Lyles on the front row. Cooper Nash lines up P3. Josh Kenyon in P4. Colin Kane 5th. Dawson Cram takes P6 as it stands. We're going to keep trying to get that broadcast booth up for you yet. And here we go. We should be able to have this all good for you guys. And we are in it. There we go. So, let me see if I can. I would like to get. All right. We now have one of the league owners here and driver, Mr. Trevor Huff. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. How are you doing, Jackson?
Very, very well. We are here. Are you technically one of the league owners of this series?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Miguel Terra Boira da Silva. Hello. I hope I said your name right. So, first off, we got a very stacked field tonight. Obviously, some of the favorites include probably yourself, as well as Demos, as well as Dawson Cram, possibly.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I know that those guys are really good drivers, and it's good to have Dawson Cram back, especially after what he did in the community race that we had a while back. It was a lot of fun racing with him, so it's really good to have him there.
So, are we going to have you as our in-race reporter tonight?
I mean, if you want to drag me in, then I will do an in-race reporter. You just gotta right-click on my name and drag me to the broadcast, and then drag me back to the Team VC. If you want to do that, then absolutely.
Let me see if I can do that. How do I?
So what you
Oh,
do?
okay, I see it now.
You right-click on somebody's name, and then you go to.
Oh, I just figured it out. We now have the Mr.
Move
Founder
to.
and League Owner, Mr. Cash Culp. How are you doing tonight?
I am doing very well. How are you doing?
Very well. We just want to see if you want to say anything to these fine 3 people currently watching the stream.
Raise hell, praise Dale.
Alrighty, you heard it here first, folks, from the League Owner. I'll let you guys get back to it. We're going to interview one of the drivers tonight. We haven't decided who. But as we get through the starting lineup, I'm going to continue checking things. You guys are free to head back to your team, VC.
All right, appreciate you, Jackson. Just drag me whenever you want to report.
Absolutely, you'll be hearing from me again, both of you. So your starting lineup tonight is Jacob A. Wilkerson next to Mr. Daniel Mosteller. That's Demos for y'all. He will line up on the front row. Corey Lyles is P3 next to Cooper Nash in P4 in that number 3. We got a blinker, but Josh Kenyon in the 27 will start next to Dawson Cram. Noah Turpak is next to Colin Kane tonight. As David Werner next to, you just heard from him, Trevor Huff. P11 is Nathan Lyons next to the entries that we have tonight. Hi, Demos. Mr. Josh in it because he's cool. Yes, I agree. You all watching are super cool, in my greatest opinion. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. We are going to try to put on a great show for you. We have a very talented to drag Mr. Demos into here. I'm going to ask him right now if he's watching the stream. Demos, you feel free to join the VC broadcast booth if you want an interview real quick, buddy. We are now rolling off now as the pace car heads away. We are going to now, let me see. We're going to get a quick driver interview real quick. So let me just get him in here. Hi, who are we here with?
Corey Lyles.
Corey Lyles, welcome to the broadcast booth. We just wanted to get a quick interview with the driver starting P3. How you feeling going into tonight?
I feel pretty good starting P3. I don't know how it's gonna end. Hopefully, I'll be in the front. So I don't know.
All right, you got quite a few teammates, including Mr. Trevor Huff, one of the league founders. Colin Kane's in there tonight, and obviously the other league founder, Cash Culp. Do you think that you're going to be able to link with your teammates and maybe stop Demos tonight? Jacob A. Wilkerson's also a really good competitor.
Yeah, I think if I get attached with those guys, I think we can possibly get a win. But I don't know.
All right, how aggressive do you plan on being tonight? And then I'll let you go.
Pretty aggressive. I hope to lead a couple laps.
All righty, thank you for your time. We're going to let you head back to your team. And thank you for being here tonight.
Yep, no problem.
That was Mr. Corey Lyles, the driver starting in P3, as Jacob A. Wilkerson gets ready to lead the field to green for the first time today. Hey, Tempest, how are you today? Is that Mr. Tempest, Florida? We hope you're doing good. All 10 of you. Now the pace car is on the pit road. The rumble becomes a roar. The green flag is dropped. We're underway for NASTDS. Wilkerson and Demos lead them to the green. It's Lyles right behind. We got a blinker. I believe that's Kenyon. Nash on that outside lane. He's got Dawson Cram lining up behind some of the future esports cars. Just trying to line up and work together. Side by side on lap 1. That's Cash Cole making a move on Ash Nettle down in the background. That bright green and black car. Still side by side, Lyles and Nash shoving heavily as Demos gets a little bit out of shape, I believe. As now, side by side still. Who's going to lead lap 1? I'm extremely sorry for this popping up. I cannot get rid of it. But that is Mr. Wilkerson that leads lap 1. Demos now pushing hard. As we go 3 wide now, I believe that's Colin Kane on the outside trying to make a move. He's got his teammate Trevor Huff right behind him. Culp down on the bottom. He's teammates to those two. As we got a big blinker there as Demos takes the lead. Down the back straightaway for the second time tonight. Demos leads and he's clear. He will move down into first position. We know how good Demos is at these super speedways as now Wilkerson's making a move. But Nash is to his outside. 3 wide for the lead. And it's going to be Demos leading that lap. Wilkerson takes it right back. Big shove from Lyles. We heard he was going to be aggressive. That's Dawson Cram in the 16. Right up the middle. Nash has no help on that top side. So it's Cram behind Wilkerson. Lyles behind Demos. 1 car in the wall. That's Cooper Nash. Still side by side now. Josh Kenyon trying to move up the pack. as we see just a few others. They are side by side Noah's Ark right now here from Daytona. It is not last lap already, Tempest. I can assure you of that. But they might as well be racing like it, as here comes Trevor Huff on the top side, trying to make a move. Is his teammate Colin Kane going to go with him? He does. The Future Esports teammates linked up on the top lane. So David Werner is the last car. He is significantly off the pace. 3 by 3 after the top 4. Culp unable to make a move so far. Whoa, look at that. He's sliced up right into the middle, the black and neon green car. Oh, and we got a problem. One car hard in the wall. That's Corey Lyles. I believe that's Trevor Huff, and it is. 2 others involved. That's Nathan Lyons and Josh Kenyon involved. The caution flag is out for our first yellow flag of the night. For Noah Turpak and David Werner, that is a big break for those two. They were losing touch with the draft. Bad news for Huff, Kenyon, Lyons, and Lyles. I believe Colin Kane also got a piece of that one. And Dawson Cram really kick-started that. So let's see what happened here for the first crash in NASTDS. So you see here, Lyons trying to move up the middle. He's right on Wilkerson's tail. It looks like Cram tries to maybe slide down and maybe just a teeny bit of netcode. Sends the 16 into a slide right into the side of Lyles, unfortunately. And then once Lyles gets turned, he's just, bam, dead stop in the wall. Oh my goodness, what a horrible crash for Lyles. And then Kenyon gets turned right into Lyons, who has a massive impact with the wall. We're glad to see all these drivers okay tonight. As Dawson Cram gets another piece of that. Kane got together with his teammate and Trevor Huff involved. Cooper Nash has requested we look at his replay. So we're going to go on board with Mr. Nash and watch from his onboard. Let's see. What did you see? Hold on a minute. I don't have a camera set for this car. Alrighty. We're going to ride from the bumper cam. We're going to ride right from the bumper cam from Mr. Cooper Nash. And oh my gosh, you can see just how much he was able to avoid that. Wow. Cooper Nash, we're going to watch from your onboard, sir, after that. Yeah, a lot of these drivers fortunate to avoid that. Definitely not how some of these drivers wanted to start tonight, for sure. As we're going to go on board with Josh Kenyon. We're going to go on board with Mr. T. Samuel Huff, Trevor Huff, from his right rear camera. We're going to go on board. Oh, nowhere to go. Now, I believe we're coming to the restart zone. I believe all the... Oh, we got a few in the back. I think that's Turpak and Werner. Yes, that's Werner and Noah and Mr. Turpak. Down in the back, David Werner. Now, we have the green flag coming right up after this. I'm going to fix something for you guys real quick. I want to fix something for y'all. There we go. All right, that should be better for y'all. Still under the yellow flag here tonight from Daytona. Demos will lead them back to green. Hello, RS100. I hope I said that right. So, Cash Culp on the outside. We have the two Hunt Brothers pizza cars. These, my teammates want to give me nightmares. That's Mr. Huff on the outside, who was ironically just involved in that last crash, and Wilkerson to his inside. Demos the leader, followed by Cooper Nash, who's still in this thing, right at the front in fifth. Ash Nettle will start in P6. Dawson Cram coming right back in it, as well as Josh Kenyon. Corey Lyles is right back in this, as well as everybody else. All lining back up. Mr. Colin Kane's trying to catch the field right now as we speak. The start will be on Demos as the pace car heads into the pit lane for safety. We're in the restart zone. The foot is on the floor. We're back underway. And look at the two Hunt Brothers cars working right together. Huff left his teammate pretty quick there for another teammate. So, Demos leads into one on lap 8 of 35, roughly coming to about a quarter distance here. Hi, Eric Christensen. I hope that you're having a good night, as well as all of you that are watching. We also hope that you are enjoying the race. Demos still leads the pack ahead, and it's starting to become the Daytona Express. Cash Culp falls in line. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, we now have the Daytona Express here at 9 o'clock local time for Daytona. That's Demos in the 87. Wilkerson and Huff in that order, followed by Nash, Cram, Culp, and others. So I believe that's Will Shack. No, it is not Will Shack. I can't remember his name, sorry. Sam Dewitt, I apologize. Will Shack, I believe, is in the 35. As we got Turpak there. As I believe that, and I just saw Kane working with Lyles in the back. These two both involved in the last wreck. Kane's got a bit of front end damage. These two may be trying to stay out of trouble for a little bit. About quarter distance of the way through here at Daytona. As we got Kenyon stuck on that top lane. Dewitt there has Culp for company on his outside lane. I believe that's Will Shack. As now we got the Hunt Brothers cars making a move, and that's Demos. Oh my goodness, he's been sent to the grass. Slides and he saves it. Yes, he does. Unbelievable driving by. You can see here, Demos tried to make a block. He messed around. He found out. That was off the bumper of Wilkerson. Demos now regulated down to P12. We're going to focus on the most exciting stuff tonight. And apparently that's Trevor Huff, who has taken the lead. Wrecker to leader now. Huff has others. As we got a battle here. Look who's found the front. It was the cars that were riding in the back. Hello, Dale, sir. The Dan, I don't have the league invite. I will bring the league owner back and let him know that you're interested, though, post-race. A few cars in the wall. Dawson Cram, I believe, was one of them. And oh, he got a spinner, maybe, and they keep it straight. The 18 is in the wall, though. We stay green. Huff stays the leader. That was the number 18 right there. David Werner. Riding in the back, I believe, to stay out of trouble. He's now got Noah Turpak behind him again. As now, Cooper Nash is taking the lead. Right behind him is Mr. Huff. Still staying green. Mr. Kenyon is blinking just a little bit. We now have a big pack and a big shove to Nash there. Almost went around, keeps it straight, and leads lap number 12. On lap 13 now. Eric Christensen, I hate single file racing. I hear you, and I don't like it either. That's why I'm glad they went back to double file. As now, Nash has under pressure from Cash Cole, the founder of this series. This series started on diecast rug racing. Now on iRacing. Oh, and he's turned! Cash Cole goes into the grass, and Nash is into the inside retaining wall. Oh, and he's back up into traffic, and that's right in front of Warner. Caution is out. Big damage to all three cars involved. The pace car back out super fast. We're under yell on lap 13 as Culp goes around again. He may have been turned by Nash right there. We're going to find out what could have caused this carnage to happen. All right, so you see right here, as we like to say here, you mess around, you find out, and I believe that's what happened to Mr. Culp. So you can see he's leading the pack down the back, and this may have been a bad push or a bad block. I couldn't get quite a good angle on that, but Nash, after this, oh, that is a decent hit with the wall. And Culp now slides up back into traffic. Nothing that Werner could do. He was just an innocent bystander. Turpak there, who has been in the back most of this race, trying to stay out of trouble. He's hit and involved. David Werner, rough night for the 18 group. The 57 was running up front. We're going to bring in Mr. Culp and see his thoughts on that. Hello, Mr. Culp. How are you doing?
Es no bueno.
Yeah, we saw. What are your thoughts on what happened there?
I think it was just a racing incident. In my opinion, me and Wilkerson are racing really hard, and Wilkerson is one of the best drivers here. So I mean, I think it was just a mixture of him pushing really, really hard and me just kind of putting a bad block on it. But I think it was a racing incident. I feel bad for Cooper Nash. He was an innocent bystander in that, but yeah, I think it was just a racing incident.
Alrighty, we just wanted to hear your thoughts on that, and we hope that you're able to continue tonight.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll move you back to your call.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. So that was Cash Culp, the driver of the 57. His thoughts here. He said very high praise to Jacob Wilkerson, who is one of the fan favorites tonight. You could see racing incident. Definitely, there seemed to be a little bit of an intent for a move there from Wilkerson, but as Cash Culp said, he felt that he made a bad block. And he feels bad for Cooper Nash. So, Cooper Nash, if you're watching still, we do apologize for that. We give our sorries to you, as we know that you were hoping to win, and you probably still can, in all honesty. We're hoping that your 3 isn't damaged too bad. And to David Werner, those were the 3 involved in the wreck. Under caution now, as we have Ash Nettle on pit road. Interestingly, Turpak and Werner head out. Kenyon Demos, it would seem, has pitted. It looks like Nash plans on coming in. Just a little tap. Yeah, I agree. As, yes, he did indeed come into the pits. We have the choose roll coming up. So let's see who is going in what lane. Ash Nettle, I believe, has lost a lap. They'll probably let him back through, though. So that will be Dawson Cram on the inside of row 1. He will lead the field back to green. That is Huff on the outside, who is involved in our first wreck tonight. Sam Dewitt in third. That is Colin Kane in fourth. I believe Will Shack fifth. Jacob A. Wilkerson sixth. Demos will line up seventh. Corey Lyles eighth. Following that is going to be, and yes, that is indeed Will Shack Demos right there. That is, oh, we lost him. But Josh Kenyon, then Cash Culp, followed by David Werner, who's gone one lap down, and Noah Turpak in the number 17. we get... Oh, and Cooper Nash. Sorry. We are about to go back to the green flag. The pace car lights are out. We got blinking happening. We got spotters happening. We got all 11 of you beautiful people watching. And we would like to thank you for tuning in to NASTDS. We know that you have your choice of spending Saturday night, so we thank you for coming to spend it with us. About halfway through the race now as the pace car dives for the safety of pit road. And the field is left in the hands of Dawson Cram. The green flag is back in the air. And it looks like Huff got a better restart. He might have actually been the leader. Huff leads him back to green. He's got a push from Culp as Nettle moves to the outside and puts himself in the wall. Oh, my goodness. One car moving to the apron. That's Cash Culp in the green and black 57. Huff now leads the pack. He leads Cram into 1. As the grid heads off at turn number 2, Dawson Cram, we know, is aggressive. Culp still blinking there. It seems he's backed out. Kenyon with a bit of a blinker. Now, Colin Kane is taking the lead. Wilkerson and Huff go side by side. For those watching, that's Huff on the inside, Wilkerson on the outside. They are both in the 33. Cram now still in 3rd. Lyles has moved up to about 5th now. He's got Sam Dewitt for company on his inside. Will Shack facing Josh Kenyon. Demos with Noah Turpak on the outside. Cooper Nash is battling with... Oh, we've lost somebody. Oh, and we got one in the wall. That is Werner again. What has happened there? Severely off the pace now as Culp is in the wall now. What is going on? We're going to see what happened to the 18 here. I believe this might have been a push gone wrong. No, he just puts himself in the wall, it looks like to me. Maybe Turpak had a little bit of help there, but it appears that he is left for the night. But the battle for the lead is heating up now. Huff and Kane still leading the pack. Kane in the 06. Remember him and F24 Life myself got together about a year ago in the Hobbits Sarpinos 400. That was a smaller field then. This is now. Most of the car. Oh, and Colin Kane has been turned, and so is Trevor Huff. Into the wall. Wilkerson involved. Shack is the other car, I believe, that has been turned. It looks like Turpak is in it. Demos involved. Nash into the wall again. Big crash. And carnage. Junkyard trash heap. All the words you could use to describe what just transpired there. Let's see what has happened. We know that Trevor Huff and Colin Kane are very good friends. Did something go wrong here? Oh, hold on. I was on the wrong camera. Apologies, chat. Was it a push gone wrong? Perhaps a bad block? Oh, it looks like Huff maybe got him at the wrong angle there. And that just sent Culp into the wall. Unfortunately, then Huff got turned by Wilkerson. Demos then, I believe, got sent by Shack right into Nash. And then it's, as Mike Joy would say, it's on. Oh, and Shack almost had it cleared, too. He gets turned right into Nash, who is in the Demos sandwich. Bad time for a wreck with about 15 to go. Nash has been involved in about every incident tonight, unfortunately for him. Unfortunately, I cannot answer how old I am. I'd like to keep that to myself. So let's see here again. On the backstretch, you see none of the three really squared. It looks like Huff tried to file back in line with Kane and then was turned into the wall. This is one of the best angles that we're going to get of this. Everyone darting to the inside, and I think that Demos maybe made a little bit of contact with Shaq. It doesn't actually look like Shaq was turned, or Shaq turned Demos. It's looking less and less like that occurred. or the initial turn.
Hi.
Hello, we now have Trevor Huff, who started that entire thing. No, I'm kidding. The driver of one of the 33s tonight. You were running second when this happened. I don't know if you're watching the broadcast. You're probably not, but let's see. We want your thoughts on this.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna go back and watch, but the way I saw it was we were going up for a block to pick up Jacob, and I told Colin to go high on the VC, and Colin kind of went middle a little bit, was what I saw. While I was kind of going high, he was underneath the black line, and I was above it, and then I got pushed into him, and so not trying to place any blame on Colin or anything. I get it. He didn't really understand, that Jacob was all the way up above the black line or anything, but
Looking at the
okay,
replay,
we didn't have. Yeah.
replay, it didn't look like you, Jacob, or Colin were square with each other.
Yeah, no, when I came up into Jacob, it was fine, but the fact that Colin was below the black line, I just got pushed into his quarter panel, so I really don't think I had any chance to not get into him there. I tried not to, but, it's racing. This sort of stuff happens, and it's okay. I didn't need to use a fasty. I'm back in it. I just blocks like that are always sketchy, so that's why I'm not placing any blame. I threw a block on Jacob, then got pushed, and then Colin was in the middle of the two lanes. So it's all about lane control and throttle control. And as much as I was doing to lift, I couldn't save it. But yeah, we're still back in.
All right, glad to hear it tonight. That was definitely the big one. So we will be heading back to green soon. We'll let you head back to your VC. Thank you for.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you for joining us. Several cars were sustained damage of one form or another tonight. Watch Live's view. Oh, Lyle's view. That's what you were asking about. Lyle's view. Okay. I can't read. Sorry. All right, let's see what Mr. Lyles saw, because I believe he actually did clear that. So we're going to go on board with Corey Lyles, who's right behind all of this. Great heads-up driving from Corey Lyles, who now, by the way, is on the outside of the front row next to Dawson Graham. Sam Dewitt up third. As the pace car gets ready to head back into the safety of the pits. Just over 10 to go. Graham is on it. Green flag is back in the air. Lyles is already cleared by Cram, who leads them into one. Wilkerson, that third car on the inside, one of the cars that was involved. As look at Kane is right back in it now on the top side. He's that third car in line in the 06 pushing Josh Kenyon. Side by side for the lead as Lyles takes the lead and he's clear. And it looks like Kenyon is clear. What a push from the outside lane. Now we got Corey Lyles up to the front. He said pre-race that he would be aggressive. Now we know that he is wanting it all the marbles now. All to play for with 12 to go. Kane is now headed back up to the front. He's got Mr. Jacob Wilkerson behind, I believe. Yes, he does. That's Wilkerson. Dewitt, that third car in the Lowe's Cobalt 19. Watch him. That's Colt trying to make something happen on the top side. 3 wide. As now Demos goes right up through the middle. Unbelievable stuff from the 87 driver. As Kane goes for the lead, and he's turned by Wilkerson. And we have the big one again. Huff involved. Kane involved. And that's Sam Dewitt, who we were just talking about was having such a good run in that number 19 Cobalt car involved in this one. And Kane and Huff, who were just getting back up to speed after the last one, now involved in another one. Dawson Cram involved in this one as well. Let's see what happened, as I believe this is our second major incident of the night. It looks like Kane maybe had another bad push, or a push gone wrong, rather. And Huff actually, it looks like, cleared all that. And he did. That's just damage he already had sustained. So, apologies to Trevor. I'm trying to get the best view for you guys here. All right, this is a telling view. It looks like Wilkerson made a dive to the inside, was getting a push from Demos, couldn't back off, and that turned Kane right into the side of Lyles, right into Kenyon, who caught some air. Demos then right into the side of Dewitt. He had no choice but to turn left into him at that point. Otherwise, they would have taken both out. Bad break for just some of these guys. And another incident for Colin Kane. Another incident for Dawson Cram. Jacob A. Wilkerson involved in a back-to-back wreck. As let's watch on board with Colin Kane. Sorry about that. And I am going to get other views for you guys. I believe this is, yep, this is Mr. Sam Dewitt's view. We'll watch from his roll bar. Bad break for him. We want to take a look at Jacob A. Wilkerson's right front camera.
You mean the one that hit me?
Yes, sir. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing all right. Just got wrecked twice in, a matter of a couple of laps. It's all right.
You've been involved now in an incident with both Hunt Brothers cars. Could you walk us through both of the wrecks?
Both the wrecks? Sure.
This is Colin
Okay, so
Kane,
for the
driver of the
first-
06, by the way.
Hello. All right, so for the first one, I think, I don't know, Trevor told me to go high with him to block, and I guess I didn't go high enough, and we kind of just got hit diagonally, but I don't know. I was just trying to, I guess, try to keep my speed without cutting anyone off. Like, I wasn't really too worried about losing the spot.
Yeah.
And for the second one, I figured, the middle line is faster, and we're going to have the run the entire time up there. So I kind of just stayed up there, and then Wilkerson, is that who it was?
I believe so, yep. Yes, that
Yeah,
was Wilkerson.
I believe he tried to push us 3 wide and attempt to pass us, which, I mean, I did drift up a little bit, but that was just me staying in the center.
Yeah, there was.
To try to.
Seeing the replay, there was just barely a car's width there. And as Ayrton Senna says, if you can see a gap, go for it. But it looked like that one closed up in a hurry.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think there was enough room for him to do that. But, it's racing. I mean, there's 10 laps to go.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it only takes a backstretch to pass someone, especially when you're in that position. So I don't really know exactly why he tried to push the envelope. But, it's all good. I love super speedway racing, and I'm just having a blast here.
Well,
This is a lot of fun.
Well, we hope to see you back here tomorrow. We might bring you back post-race, or you could stay with us and broadcast the rest of the night.
Oh, I'm still in the race. I'm on the backstretch.
All righty then. That's Mr. Colin Kane. We'll let you get back to your VC. I'll move you back there for you. Unless you want to stay here with me and be an in-race reporter, it's up to you.
I mean, nah, you can just kick me out.
All right, that's Mr. Colin Kane, driver of the number 06. We're going to head back now to the green flag. Shaq is on it. The pace car dove down and started perfectly. Unbelievable stuff from Cooper Nash, who now has the biggest lead we've seen all night. And he is going to get caught in an absolute hurry. You can see the pack already gathering up now, but it's a small pack now. Only a group of 5 cars. The other 3 relatively, sorry, kind of backed off now as here they come, catching Nash. He doesn't even try to block it. He knows how fast that the rest were coming. Still, very valiant effort for Cooper Nash to go from 6th to 1st, back to 6th, maybe 7th, as he fights Cash Gulf, and he goes from 1st to 6th to 1st to 7th in the span of 1 lap. Wow. What a night for Cooper Nash. He's been all up and down the order tonight. Lyles and Shaq now lead the pack. As now Wilkerson's going to try it on the top. Nash and Cram trying to work together right behind them. That's the 3 and the 16. Colton losing touch with the draft. Coming to 6 laps to go. Shaq leads that lap, but now Lyles has the push from Demos on the top lane. Corey Lyles has the help of the outside lane. And right as I say that, everyone jumps to the safety of the bottom lane. Kenyon, now that second car in line. It looks like maybe Nash thought about going for a move. As Cram and Wilkerson also in the pack. That inside line's got more cars than the outside. You know what they say, 4 cars are better than 3. But it is Noah's Ark after Will Shaq. I don't believe he's clear, however, as Wilkerson and Cram get very close together. Shaq leads this lap. 5 laps to go from Daytona. Who will be the Clash winner? Shaq, Lyles. It looks like it could be between these two to settle it. Oh, who am I kidding? Folks, this is Daytona. All 7 of the drivers in frame are still in this thing. Coming to 4 laps to go now. Nash moves up to the top. He's in that number 3. Lyles leads that lap. Demos up to 2nd now. The outside starting to prevail with only 3 as now Lyles moves to the bottom to cover off Will Shaq. Kenyon still right there in that 27. That's the third car, that red car on the inside lane. Lyles moves up to block Demos, who takes it 3 wide. Now Demos going for the lead. Lyles has no help. He's going to be regulated all the way back to 7th. As now, Shaq still leads this after all of that. Aggressive move by Demos. We know he's one of the most aggressive super speedway racers. He's been snubbed in a clash before. Remember the first ever Hobbits clash? He was snubbed in that one. Obviously, he came back to win the All-Star race, so no harm, no foul from Demos there. Shaq leads it. 3 to go. 4 cars on that outside lane. As Demos moves to the top, and he moves to the lead. That's Cooper Nash with the push of a lifetime to Demos. He's got a golden opportunity coming in 2 laps to go. Now, 2 laps to go. Demos leads Will Shaq. Who is it going to be? 2 to go this time. As now Nash has help from Wilkerson and Cram on the outside. Is Lyles going to go with him? Yes, he will. Shaq now trying to move maybe up to the middle. Wilkerson says, no, sir, this is my lane. We do have a lap car. He may be a factor. That is Trevor Huff, who's had a miserable night at this point. He's going to stay out of the way. Puts himself in the wall, staying out of the way. Fair play to Mr. Huff. We appreciate the clean driving. Now Cram moves it to the outside, trying to take it 3 wide. Lyles stays with him. Noah's Ark 3 by 3 now for third. White flag is in the air. Demos, 1 lap to go. Sponsored by nothing. Demos and Shaq 1 and 2. Nash getting a push from Cram on the outside. Dawson Cram in that 16. Lyles in the 56 there in the background. Demos and Nash side by side. Aggressive pushing from Dawson Cram. Nash goes to the lead now. Ahead of Demos. Dawson Cram can't come down. Demos now. Oh, and Cram is getting turned. Oh, and Demos sends Nash up into the fence. It's between Shaq. Oh, hard crash for Kenyon. Oh, and we have another car. Shaq takes the win as it stands. That may be reviewed because he went below the line. So, unofficially, it is Will Shaq, Demos, Lyles. Those results are unofficial, however, as we did see Will Shaq drop to the line. The question is, was he forced down? We're going to watch from the spotter cam. You could see right here, Shaq was riding that line, and it looks like there was some contact. Demos maybe tried to keep him down there. He's lost one on a controversial move before. Then Shaq stayed on the apron. We are going to bring league owner Cash Culp into this to get his opinion. He is essentially race control, so we're going to bring him up here. Or, all right, he's busy. We're going to bring Mr. Huff in here.
And Will Shack's the winner.
And you heard it here first, folks. Will Shaq is the winner. It is official. We just brought in race control. We wanted to ask you about that finish.
Well, it starts off with me blowing up because Cooper Nash doesn't know how to hold a line. No, I'm just kidding. It's fine. Yeah, I blew up there, and I'm actually rewatching it right now. So, my car blew up right as we were coming to the white flag, which was awesome, of course. But according to what I was told by Corey, who watched the replay, and I'm going to watch it now, he said that Will Shack was forced below the double yellow line by Demos, and that it is not, there will be no penalty necessary for Shack, apparently.
What about for Demos? As in NASCAR, we know it is a penalty to force below the double yellow.
We are debating it, actually, right now. We are debating whether or whether not.
Okie dokie. We'll let you get back to race control then, and
Yeah, hold on. No. I can keep it up. Hold on. I'm good. It's fine. Sorry about that. Demos was asking about protesting.
Okay.
I can continue. Sorry about that.
Ain't no worries. We want to continue hearing your thoughts on how the first NASTDS race went.
I think it was a lot of drivers not exactly knowing what they were doing. Built up pretty much. The guys were racing pretty stupidly at the beginning, not trying to be rude to any of the drivers, but there were just a little bit too much aggression, and I think we got to work on that in the conversations that we have with the drivers. But based off what I see here, Demos protested the finish, but I think Will Shack's still the winner because according to what I'm seeing here, he was forced below the yellow line. He was riding the yellow line right when Demos came down and doored him. I don't think it was exactly, and it's really close though. I'm still looking at it. It almost seems like Will Shack was just maybe a tiny bit below the double yellow line by the time that Demos went down to touch him. But now I'm looking at it from the rear view here. Yeah, I think it's too close. Well, he's riding the yellow line right on this view that I'm looking at right now. And then he gets doored and then goes below. So, honestly, we're keeping the win for Will Shack. It was a fun race. I did enjoy it. It's good to be back in this car. It's been a long time since I've driven this car, but overall, just looking forward to the next race, which is tomorrow. I don't know if it'll be broadcast or not, but
Demos
the
just
500.
commented, talk to me. So let's see. We have Demos in my chat, actually.
Let's go on ahead and bring him. Let's go on. Hang on, I'm gonna bump him in here while we're in here.
Oh, is he
I wanna
in a
bump him
VC?
here. Yeah, no. He's right here. Here we go.
All right, we have Mr. Daniel Mosteller, driver of the number 87. What are your thoughts, buddy?
I will stand by the fact that I did not wreck Cooper Nash. I was getting pushed from behind. We were rolling there at the end, and Cooper Nash had a really big run, really big push on the last lap, and he got clear, and then I netcoded Dawson, which sucks because he was probably in one of the best spots to win that race. As I said, I got pushed into Cooper, and then that turned him, and that gave Will perfect opportunity to scoot by on the inside, and I tried to side draft him, but there's no side draft in these cars, and I kind of put him below the yellow. I was joking when I said I wanted to protest that finish. I mean, that's you shouldn't be taking wins away, period. But that was a fun race. I can't wait for the actual season to start whenever.
Well, that'll actually be tomorrow. We will be hosting the 500. So yeah, what are your? It's going to be the trucks tomorrow. Are you confident in the old trucks?
Where are the old trucks?
Daytona.
All right, Trevor's
Legacy
still in here.
or
So
current?
I never left.
All right. Well, we're going to ask you right now, Trevor. What's tomorrow's format?
Well, tomorrow we're going to be doing 75 laps.
Wow.
At Daytona in the trucks, which is probably the longest that the trucks ever have done. No, but we're going to lower the fuel down so that we have set out for 4 stops. And other than that, not much else. Just kind of keep most of the previously set rules. No yellow line, no forcing below the yellow line, and basically just don't wreck anybody intentionally. And this will be a full points paying race in the league too, so that's going to be pretty exciting as well.
So to confirm, there is a yellow line rule at super speedways.
Yes, so tomorrow at Legacy Daytona, it's kind of hard to judge the yellow line.
Yes.
So I'm not going to be super stringent on it, but I think that if somebody's actually using it to their advantage and just shoving their car down underneath when they could avoid doing that, then I think that will be worth the penalty. But other than that, we're just going to take it as it is, have fun. Everybody's going to get 1 fast repair. So that
will be interesting to watch.
Buddy, we're gonna have 2 cars finish the race.
Yeah, exactly. But it's better than what they did in SRL. Ugh.
Whatever that is.
Yeah, they had a 100 lap Daytona 500 race, and they had no fast repairs.
No, that's not that bad.
But here's the thing: is the SOF, the drivers were garbage though.
Just like this race.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna lose uploaded on YouTube. I see video. Oh my gosh.
So yeah, I think we're probably gonna have. I don't know. I'm gonna talk to them about fast repairs, see if we have more. We'll see what the drivers want. Whatever the drivers want, we're interested in what they want. So I just said that 3 times.
So
thank you for.
So you actually listen to the drivers, unlike NASCAR.
Yeah, usually. I don't like listening to drivers cry. Totally not tying into certain other drivers, but I do like listening to certain drivers. Depends on the driver, I guess.
Well, all right.
It depends on the driver input, is what I mean to say. Sorry, I was looking away. It depends on the driver input, but that's beside the point.
And one last thing before we do go off the air: are any of you interested in being up in the booth with me tomorrow, or are you both going to be on the grid?
I'm gonna be on the grid.
I don't know if I'm racing.
That's understandable.
I would like to be your on-track reporter, though. That would be pretty nice.
All right, you heard it.
Yep.
Thank you for that. All right, you heard it here first, folks. Huff will be joining us both from the booth and inside the car at the same time tomorrow.
And I'll be doing a pre-race as well, some pre-race stuff.
Yeah, we'll be
Helping out.
definitely having the pre-race broadcast
Yep.
go on. Obviously, talking about the favorites, talking about the duels, all the stuff. It's going to be a very exciting race to watch tomorrow. So while we got Demos here, because you just raced with quite a few of these guys, who do you have as some of the favorites tomorrow?
Jacob Wilkerson, 100%. He's, in my opinion, one of, if not the best driver in this, probably in this field, at least this field. Trevor's definitely up there too. Will was there. He's pretty good. He's pretty good at keeping the car clean and being there in the right spot. It's gonna be I think there's definitely a few names that I think could win this race, but we'll see tomorrow night.
Alrighty, and Trevor, same question.
If Demos does it, then Demos is definitely one of my picks. But Jacob, and then I'm not gonna throw my own name in there because I just don't like doing that. But so I'd say Jacob and Shaq. Yeah, it really depends on how these guys do, and I'm also betting on Colin Kane. I think Colin's really good, pretty good at it. So
All right, Colin came up here, by the way, to voice his opinions on both those big wrecks that he was involved in.
yeah, I kind of heard from Cash's stream in the background.
Yeah,
He
didn't seem frustrated at all. He said it was pretty much a bad push, and then trying to go for, and then he did feel Wilkerson probably shot a gap a teensy bit early in the race.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Overall,
what are you gonna do? It's a relatively non-points paying race.
Right, yeah. Well, I personally, the first wreck, it was just a coming together of people's different interests. But
That's the best way to put it.
Yeah. The second wreck was just an absolute send, in my opinion. And it wasn't a bad send, it was just a send that didn't work.
Yes. All right. We still got Colin Kane commented, "Good race, fellas. Britannic fans at see everyone." For the four that are still here, do you have? I'll keep it about for a minute or two left. If you guys have any questions for Demos, who finished P2, or Trevor Huff, who's one of the league owners, if you guys have any questions, we'll keep this up for roughly 2 more minutes. But fellas, is there any other stuff you want to get through? We had a really decent sized field tonight.
Yeah, I was really impressed, and we tried to get as many as we could to join. I don't know if I think only one did, but it was a lot of fun. And then when my car blew up on the last lap, I was like, I knew I was pushing my temperatures a little hard. But what can you do besides just, push somebody out to the front? And it ended up working until Cooper got turned, so I'm not blaming anything.
Yeah. By the way, quick shout out, Mr. Tempest Florida came back tonight.
Hey.
He was on my stream, so quick shout out to him. He's one of Trevor's regular stream viewers. We love having him. We hope that he enjoys watching us.
Yep.
Well, it doesn't look like the fans are interested in saying anything, and Demos apparently left, and I didn't hear it. But now we have Mr. Cash Culp in here. Got anything to say, Cash?
He's not listening. I think he's muted.
All right, then. Well, in that case, I think that we're just going to... Oh, by the way, Tempest Florida is still here.
Hey!
He said, "Nice wreck, Trevor." I'm still here.
Thank you. Yeah, yeah.
Well,
That was an interesting race.
Alrighty. It doesn't appear. By the way, he said hi back to you. So it doesn't. Tempest, while we got you here, do you got any questions for league owners or? Yeah, just Trevor, really, because he's
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, okay. We have Cash, so or any of you other 4 viewers, if you guys have any questions for the league owners, we got them both right here. Cash Culp has just joined us, so any questions you guys have, we can allow you to see it.
Ask away, folks.
We're gonna see if any of them are interested in asking.
My stream has just turned into a Q&A.
But Mr. Culp, how did you feel that? Obviously, you said in the drivers' meeting that this race series started in the beginning.
It started on my bedroom floor on a rug.
Yeah, and now it's evolved into this. How does it feel?
It feels pretty good. We started with rugs and dreams. Like a 10, 11-year-old me, we got bored one day, so I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna make a diecast series because I watched a lot of Eric Keystep back in the day, but it's evolved past the diecast series now. I don't remember the last diecast series, probably like a year ago. But
Eric
I
Eastep
won the
Are you won the
Yeah, I won it.
championship?
Yeah, I wonder why.
It's
Oh, no,
okay.
I held the last race on NASCAR Heat 5, and I didn't drive at all.
In my own, I was trying to think. In
Yeah,
my
but-
diecast series, which I did move to AI NASCAR racing. I am a 2-time champion.
Wonder how.
I couldn't imagine.
Yeah.
And it's definitely not a coincidence that in my first championship season that I hold the series all-time wins record in one season.
Yeah.
Was it every single race?
No, it was only 10 of them.
All right. Well, I'm gonna head over to the Team VC, which I
Okay.
encourage you all to do too here in a minute.
I'll
We're
say
going
thanks for having me.
real quick. Before we
Yeah.
do, obviously, first off, Tempest, Florida did actually have something to say.
What was the question?
He said, in the beginning, I said I wanted a nice, clean race.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
Oh, trust me, we'll be a lot more strict. We have a lot more cars. Hopefully for the 200, we'll be cracking down. This is kind of a test and tune race, but congratulations, Will Shack, for winning the first ever clash. I thought Demos had it there.
And congratulations to me for blowing my engine for the first time ever.
Absolutely, a lot of firsts tonight.
Will Shack has not hit any walls today. Can we get a round of applause to Will Shack not hitting any walls?
He said, "LOL, I got jokes."
All right, well, I am gonna head out now. Appreciate you, Jackson, for streaming this.
Absolutely. We'll be right here again tomorrow. We'll have Trevor in the booth with me pre-race. Cash, do you want to join us pre-race?
Sure, why not?
All right, you heard it here first. We'll have the 2 league owners pre-race and maybe a few other driver interviews. We'll be seeing you guys tomorrow.